न्यूज दो, न्यूज दो, न्यूज दो, मुझे न्यूज दो। आईपीएल की लाओ, सीपीएल की लाओ, कई की लाओ, मुझे न्यूज दो। Easy, man. You got it. On the show this week, the Suresh Raina-CSK saga. AB de Villiers' a secret plan. And Jimmy A peak 600 objective achieved. The CSK have seen some immense highs but also some drastic lows in the IPL. The last week they had to deal with the latter, with first the news breaking of at least 10 squad members of the CSK testing positive for COVID-19, 2 of them being India players, one of them being a current India player. The names were later revealed to be as Deepak Chahar and Rituraj Gaikwad. And just when the cricket world and CSK fans were coming to terms with this news, another piece of news broke. Suresh Raina opted out of IPL 2020 and returned to India for what was told to be personal reasons. A simple statement from CSK CEO Kasi Viswanathan was enough to break the news. But there was more to it, as would surface when reports of N. Srinivasan, the owner of CSK, coming down hard on Raina's sudden decision to exit the tournament were rife. However, within the next few hours, in an interview to TOI, Srinivasan clarified that his comments were taken out of context. He went on to extend his support to Raina and his family. Raina's tweet earlier on Tuesday morning confirmed a mishap in the family as the talismanic left-hander reached out to the authorities for needful action in the matter. But whatever this is, CSK will have their hands full filling the void that Suresh Raina has left. He's their leading run scorer, their mainstay in the top order, and a commanding deputy to MS Dhoni. In this current quagmire for the CSK, 2 things have come to the fore. One, the void that Suresh Raina has left, and it will take some doing for the CSK ranks to fill in for that. And second, the mental toll of this pandemic and its peripherals. It doesn't matter if you're an accomplished athlete like Suresh Raina or a student heading into an exam hall with plenty of people. The mental toll of this pandemic is real, and it must always be respected. The only toll though that the RCB fans had to pay last week was that of immense joy, because their squad started practicing. Virat Kohli returned to practice and did one of those class topper things कि नहीं यार मैंने कुछ नहीं पढ़ा है यार, बहुत दिन से कुछ नहीं पढ़ा है, पता नहीं क्या होगा. And you know, when something like this happened, हम जैसे बच्चे खुश हो जाते थे कि चलो कोई तो है साथ में. And then cut to that class topper in the exam be like this. While Virat Kohli was smoking them in the nets, AB de Villiers was showing off his armory. Did you spot something there? Hurry, nahi? Look at that picture closely again. The answer to Rasode mein kaun tha is right there in that picture. AB de Villiers nahi tha. वो तो अपने wicket keeping gear लेने गया था ना. If those pictures are an indicator, AB de Villiers might keep wickets for RCB this season. What this does is, it frees up a slot in the playing 11, allowing Virat Kohli more flexibility in his selection choices. There is a vibe this season with the RCB for sure. But vibe to dekho KKR mein bhi hai. Their overseas picks are performing, and how? Tom Banton, it seems, has more scoops than Indian news channels. And Owen Morgan, well, the way he's batting, Donald Trump should be thankful that Morgan's not an American. And COVID-19 should be thankful that he's not a scientist working on a vaccine. This man can do anything. There's one more man who can do a Morgan almost for the Mumbai Indians. Hell, he's been doing that for years now. Kyron, Pollard, and the way he's been smoking them in the CPL, that's some OP stuff coming your way, am I? Now, amid all this news around the IPL, Virat Kohli broke some news of his own. He announced that he and Anushka Sharma are expecting their first child in January 2021. And congratulations were in order, and they poured in from all corners. Some of them a little cheekier than the others. Now, that adorable a picture What could the impact of that be? If I told you that the impact of that picture can be to the tune of 450 million Australian dollars, would that make any sense to you? Well, it better do, because that is true. Cricket Australia's official broadcast partner Channel 7 has now put CA on notice and has officially told them that they are ready to pull out of their broadcasting deal, which costs 450 million Australian dollars. Channel 7 says that Cricket Australia is confused. They have no clue about their scheduling, and the Big Bash is also in a lurch. It's of course a bouquet of problems, but one of the flowers in that bouquet is the potential absence of Virat Kohli in January 2021. If Kohli is absent, a lot of eyeballs are absent. If eyeballs are absent, advertisers are absent. Advertisers are absent, advertising money is absent. So yes, the impact of Virat Kohli's absence could be 450 million Australian dollars. I wonder अगर मेरी absence का किसी को 450 रुपए का भी फर्क पड़ेगा तो 450 also पड़ेगा क्या किसी को? From the Indian OP to OP of fast bowling in Test cricket, James Anderson last week scaled peak 600, becoming the first fast bowler in the history of Test cricket to pick 600 Test wickets. Timmy Anderson has also bowled more balls in Test cricket than any other fast bowler, which means in effect he's gotten up stiff on more mornings than any other bowler, and yet has gone on about his job without any complaints. That is some legendary stuff. And a peak this big, an achievement this massive, meant that congratulations came in from all corners, from the who's who of cricket. While that was, there was a tweet somewhere in there that set a very high benchmark for Jasprit Bumrah. Yuvraj Singh saying Bumrah should at least get 400 टेस्ट विकेट्स. जैसे भाई नो प्रेशर, देखो 14 टेस्ट में 68 विकेट्स हैं अपने, है ना, 100 तो यूं ही हो जाएंगे. आप एक काम करो ना, आपकी ना हमारी 700 पर डन करो. Your bus challenge last week was right down the nostalgic alley. You had to pick 3 bowling actions you copied growing up, and your responses just had a major throwback feel to it. Alan Gilmore on Twitter said that the bowlers he tried to copy was one Shane Warne and his overspin, and on other days, Curtly Ambrose. Rohit Jain on YouTube said that he copied actions of Dale Steyn, Makaya Antini and Harbhajan Singh. Now that's one you can agree with. While Arnav Chopra on Instagram said he tried copying every bowler, but his top would be Dale Steyn, Lasith Malinga and Muthaiya Muralidharan. Thank you so much for all those responses. This week also, your bus challenge is right down that nostalgic alley. You have to tell us the batting stances you copied growing up. I'll tell you mine. Please don't laugh. Hasna nahi hai. One, of course, MS Dhoni. Everyone tried to stand like that, a little crisscross. The second was Shiv Narayan Chandrapal. Of course, couldn't ace it, but still. And the third was Sachin Tendulkar. Everyone with that MRF bat, all of us tried that stance. Which were the stances you tried? You can tell us using hashtag BuzzThisWeek on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Khat likh do, bas bhejo zarur. That's all that we have for you on this episode of Buzz This Week. Until next week, remember, there will be hardships in life, but fight them like Black Panther did on screen and Chadwick Boseman did off it. Wakanda forever.